My microphone's way too loud. Hold on, let me go turn it on.
Hello? This one's pretty loud too.
I think you're alright. I'm going to turn down. We're just about ready to lead.
That's the jam whistle.
That's the first whistle of the bout, folks. Jammers are off. Hollywood Hendricks sends Kenny Cloud Kicker to the ground.
Dilly Dally picks up the lead jammer.
Lead jam for the Puget Sound Outcast.
Cloud Kicker stuck behind a wall of blue. Dilly Dally knocked to the outside. Dilly Dally picks up 3 points. And looks like
that was 24/7 Hollywood Hendricks making his way to the penalty box. And we're going to get a time clock fixed because we still got 30 minutes on the board and 0 points. We're going to get the scoreboard fixed in just a moment.
The jammer line, we have Zach Sabbath.
All right, we're ready to get rolling again.
We got 5
points on the board for the Puget Sound Outcast and 0 for the Connecticut Dead Flies. 28 minutes, 46 seconds on the clock, and there's the whistle. The jammers are off.
We got Zach Sabbath jamming for Connecticut Death Squad. He just got lead jammer. Ryrod is the Puget jammer. He's racing the pack.
Picking up an immense amount of speed as he exits the pack.
We got 2 Puget blockers on there, which means 2 are in the box right now.
And Zach Sabbath calls off the jam.
No points for anybody. The score is still at 5. Puget 0 Death Quads. And the time is now 28 minutes, 10 seconds.
And these are 2 teams that probably don't see each other on the road too often, considering the Death Quads are from Waterbury, Connecticut, and the Puget Sound Outcasts are from Tacoma, Washington. So this is a rare treat. We have Stand Aside jamming against Kenny Cloud Kicker of Connecticut.
They're both stuck in the middle of the pack right now. And Stand Aside taking to the back via the outside. It's a very fast and aggressive pack here going on right now.
Stand Aside picks up the jam as he skates across that inside line, finds an opening.
Kenny Cloud Kicker sneaks from the outside, out of the back. Jam is called, 0 for Puget, 2 for Puget, 0 for Connecticut. Which will make the score 7 Puget, 0 Connecticut. Time left in the jam about is 20 in the half, is 27 minutes. We got Pastor Muppets jamming for Connecticut. And Scott Slamington jamming for Puget Sound.
Puget Sound Outcast, Scott Slamington picks up lead jam as he exits the back.
We have number 2 with Hit Happens going to the box right now. High block.
Nice help from Quadzilla. Scott Slamington has pirouette in the air. It's a little whip off from Quadzilla, picking up speed coming out of that pack.
Pastor Muppets set to the back of the pack. There's a little bit of jammer on jammer action.
Who was that? That was Dirty Frank at the front of that pack. And a hard hit to Scott Slamington, the second one.
Pastor Muppets sent to the penalty box for a cut. That means we're in a power jam right now. B-Rad is going to the box for, I believe, a forearm. There's only 2 Connecticut blockers left on the track to try and stop Scott Hamilton.
Nice. And he's waving his arms in disbelief as Scott Hamilton was able to stay in bounds after another hard hit to that outside line. Well, they passed through it, 5 more points for the Puget Sound Outcast. Pack is stalled. And Scott Hamilton says he's had enough. Calls off the jam as he reaches the pack one more time.
Very good jam there for Puget Sound. Score is now 32-0. 24 minutes, 40 seconds left in the half. Three Connecticut blockers on the track going up against Puget Jammer's Speed Dealer. He's currently unopposed. So he's starting this in a power jam situation.
Yeah, there's the whistle and Speed Dealer's off. He's greeted by Fro Sirius. Fro Sirius hits him out across that outside line, but he comes back in onto the track pretty quickly.
The passer of Muppets is out of the box. He's trying to fight his way through the wall of Puget blockers. However,
Speed Dealer picking up lead jam for Puget Sound. Puget Sound blockers were kind enough to let Speed Dealer deal with it, close that opening back up and make it a little more difficult for the passer of Muppets to make his way through.
Speed Dealer just got another grand slam. 5 more points on the board for Puget. Master of Puppets still trying to make his initial pass.
A little bit of wreckage. Passer of Muppets finds himself at the back of the pack once again.
Master of Puppets doing a little bit more jammer on jammer action, trying to slow down.
And Speed Dealer calls out the jam before Pastor Muppets was able to put any points on the board. Score now 46 for Puget Sound. Still nothing on the board for the Connecticut Death Quads. And we're looking at about 22 and a half minutes left on the clock.
Zach Sabat's going to be jamming for the Connecticut Death Quads and Rye Rock, Puget Sound Outcasts. 4 blockers for each team, empty penalty box.
There's the whistle. Serious amount of wreckage in the wake of Zach Sabat. He picks up the jam for the Connecticut Death Quads.
Rye Rock not far behind. It's a very fast-moving pack we have right now. Zach Sabat slips away on the outside. It picks up. I believe that Zach Sabat just got a skating out of bounds penalty. So he will serve that as a jammer, which means that Dilly Dally, the Puget Sound jammer, will start a power jam.
21 and a half minutes left in the clock. 46 Puget Sound, 0 Death Quads.
Oh, nope, Death Quads picked up 2 points during that last jam.
Fascinated enough, Dilly Dally has made himself up to the penalty box.
On a low block. Means that Zach Sabat, better than
Back is at a standstill right in front of the jam line.
a little bit of
Puget Sound is there to greet Zach Sabat as he's back on the track, jamming for the Death Quads. He picks up the jam as he he emerges from the back for his first initial pass.
Diligently out of the box and out of the pack. However, that was the initial pass. So,
hard hit since Zach Savage
wipes out the foam barrier protecting me.
He wasn't able to get up the skate away, which is nice. Kenny Cloud kicker on the jam line up against Scott Slamilton once again from the Puget Sound.
Empty penalty box, so again, 4 jammers from each team. 4 blockers from each team. Scott Slamilton got a cut track.
He's off the penalty box. Kenny Cloud kicker pops off, picks up lead jam, Connecticut deck wise. In the mix once again. He's in the front, being held back by Tony Jonas. And he reaches the limits of the engagement zone and has to let him go.
Picks up 5 points. This is a much needed situation for the CT Death Quads. Covers up against Quadzilla. Who knocks him to the outside, which has him a good cut track. Power jam Puget now. No lead jammer, so it'll be a full 2-minute battle.
Scott Slamilton squeezes through the middle of that pack. Pack's at a standstill on the far side. Nice little turnaround to stop action.
With 5 points very quickly. Yeah.
Quick trip to the back for Scott Slamilton. Scott Slamilton gets up pretty quickly. Gets another 5 points on the board for Puget Sound.
Kicker out of the box, but into the pack. He's battling his way to the Puget blockers right now. Picks up 4 points, 5 points. However, it looks like Scott Slamilton, as the jam ends, is going to be sent to the penalty box for a cut track. This means that CT's jammer, number 18,
that is Pro Serious, number 18. Usually he's at the front of the pack, being the last line of defense for the blockers.
Well, he gets sent to the box.
That was short, bro. Holy cow, how'd you manage that? Not sure what the call was. Short-lived trip on the track as a jammer.
Very short-lived power jam. Well, jammer will fight it out to see who can get the most.
Scott Slamilton emerges from the pack, picks up lead jam for the Puget Sound Outcast.
The pack is very messy. Fast moving, hard hitting. Scott Slamilton does a nice jump on the inside, picks up 5 points.
They're going to give him a cut track off the Pro Serious. He's off to the penalty box once again for the Connecticut Death Quads.
Scott Slamilton calls off the jam after picking up another 5 points.
16 minutes left on the clock. 67 points for the Puget Sound Outcast and 16 for the Connecticut Death Quads.
Rod's going to be jamming the Puget Sound unopposed. Both teams have 4 blockers on the track.
Rod jamming for makes his way to the front of the pack. Found a wall of Connecticut blockers.
They're not making it easy for them. They want to take as much time as possible.
Pack is opened up.
Whoever number 2 hit happens, just got sent to the box for blocking out of play. Failure to reform.
Right in front of the pack again.
Picks up.
Puts 5 more points on the board for the Puget Sound Outcast.
Calls off the jam. Doesn't pick up any points for that pass. Scores 77 Puget, 16 death quads. We got about 14 minutes, 30 seconds left in this half. Hollywood Hendricks going to be jamming the Puget Sound. 3 CT blockers are going to be trying to slow him down.
Outcast fielding Corey Payne, speed dealer, Vito Vidovici, stand aside for blockers. And Hollywood Hendrick, number 24/7, emerges from the pack, picks up lead jam for the Outcast.
Number 18, Pro Serious, out of the box and into the pack. Puget Sound doing a good job of keeping him back. Hollywood Hendrick knocked to the outside, so he's going to the back of the pack as well. But he sneaks to the inside to pick up 5 points.
5 points for Hollywood Hendrick. Welcome to Hollywood. What's your dream?
Pro Serious completes his initial pass.
And he calls off the jab as he makes it into the back. Score now, 82 for the Puget Sound Outcast, 16 for the Connecticut Death Quads. A little more than 13 minutes left on the clock in this first half.
We got Cloud Kicker jamming for CT Death Quads, and I believe that is Scott Singleton. I cannot see his number.
I thought you could tell by the rear end of these guys exactly who it was.
I'm getting better at it. It's starting to come with me.
All right. A hard hit. Pinky Fantastic hits the floor pretty hard. Somebody's going to the penalty box for that one. And it is Scott Singleton.
He's going in for a 4-hour penalty. Means that Cloud Kicker being blocked right now by Quad. Boris Jonas.
Bonus Jonas off to the penalty box. And Penny Cloud Kicker picks up lead jam.
Leaves only 3 Puget blockers to try and stop him, but this is a strong team.
Trying to be the last line of defense for the Outcast, but Penny makes his way through and picks up 5 more points.
Again, picks up another 5 points for the CT Death Quads.
Connecticut trying to close up that point gap. Doing a good job so far. There's 4 whistles.
Picks up 3 more points. Looks like we're going to have a new total score. We got 82 for the Puget Outcast.
What? So let's say what we're all thinking about. A few whistles.
29 for the CT Death Quads. Zach Sabin, only jammer on the jammer line right now for Connecticut Death Quads. He's got 3 Puget blockers trying to stop him. Dilly Dolly and Bowser at the jammer line. Do not.
Fancy footwork by Zach Sabin. Lets him get through the back. He picks up lead jam for the Death Quads.
Scott Slamilton is out of the box and through the pack on his initial pass.
Holy cow. Penny Cloud Kicker, Zach Sabin going so fast into that pack. Emerges and puts 5 points on the board. for the Connecticut Death Quads. Score now 34 for the Death Quads, 82 for the Outcast. 10.5 minutes left in the clock in the first half.
Rod up to jam again for Puget Sound Outcast. We got a Dirty Frank for the CT Death Quads.
Penalty box is empty.
Rod slips through his blockers, but is stopped for the CT Death Quads waiting. Not to the outside, he's staying further back.
Back is opened up pretty far.
Dirty Frank picks up the lead jam.
Rod emerges from his initial pass on the pack. Dirty Frank's on the track. He is on his way to the penalty box.
I believe he had a cut track.
Yeah, it looks like a cut track call. There it is.
Rod is stuck in the middle of this brutal pack right now.
And we've got Brutal Serious, number 18, in the corner of the pack. Doing his best to keep Rod back. But he makes
Pygmy is sent to the box for a stop block.
Rod puts 5 points on the board for the Outcast.
Rod knocked from the inside by Skate Breed. Quickly recovers. Is knocked again by Pro Serious. The pack is slowed to a standstill as CT Death Quads try their best to slow down Rod.
5 more points on the board for the Outcast. Pack is stalled. Outcast blockers have stepped to each side to make an opening. And he's dealing with Hit Happens, Pro Serious, and Skate Free, the only blockers left on the track for Connecticut. After a couple steps of fancy footwork, he makes his way back to Pro Serious. Puts 5 more points on the board for the Outcast.
Dirty Frank is out of the box from the pack. Getting knocked around. However, he's back in the box for a forearm. Picked up 1 point though. So Dirty Frank out of the box, picks a point into the box. We got Corey Payne on the jammer line for Puget, who right now has 97 points to CT Death Quads 36. We got 7 minutes, 40 seconds left in the game, up to the half.
There's the whistle on the jammer of Corey Payne for the Outcast deal. Dirty Frank still in the penalty box for the Death Quads. Corey Payne picks up lead jam for the Outcast.
He's got to get through all 4 CT Death Quad blockers. But just goes through them like butter, picks up 5 more points.
Corey gets up to those Death Quad blockers and muscles his way through. Picking up another 5 points for the Outcast.
The pack is practically at a standstill right now, right on the jammer line. Hasn't moved much from the start. Pick up another 5 points.
A little bit of wreckage at the front of the pack. Corey Payne calls off the jam for the Outcast.
Somebody's getting low block. Oh, there we go.
Yep, after 4 more points put on the board for the Outcast. Score now, 116 for the Outcast, 36 for the Death Quads. We've got 6.5 minutes left in this first half.
Gordon S. is the low block receiver. This means when Quadzilla's jamming in the next jam, he's only up against 3 CT blockers.
Hit sends Quadzilla to the inside of the track. Makes his way out, and he is
not lead jammer. Quadzilla is not lead jammer at a lost lead. That means that.
And as usual, we got Pro Serious, and it happens. Doing their best to keep the jam back. Wow, nice footwork by Quadzilla. Stays upright and inbounds. Pops out of the pack for 4 more points for the Outcast.
Dirty Frank was the jammer in that situation. He called off the jam before he got to the pack to stop Quadzilla from earning 1 point. Scores 116, Puget Sound Outcast 36, CT Death Quads. Got 5 minutes and 20 seconds left in the half. Looks like the speed dealer for this Puget is going to be going up against Cloud Kicker in the Death Quads. Looks like we have an empty penalty box right now. Oh, 1 CT blocker, the penalty box.
Circle Jerk doing his best to wrangle the Connecticut blockers, and Speed Dealer emerges as the jam for the Outcast.
Kenny Cloudkicker knocked to the outside. And number 2, Vito Vidivici is going to receive a forearm for that.
Hard hit by Dilly Dally since Kenny Cloudkicker up the track.
Speed Dealer coming up the pack again. Slips on through.
Speed Dealer, nice footwork.
Picking up 5 more points.
A little juking on his toe stop. He's able to make his way through the pack.
Kenny Cloudkicker trying his best to get through Dilly Dally, gets knocked to the inside. Knocked to the outside by Dilly Dally this time. He's just getting beat up.
Yep. The Speed Dealer in the front of the pack makes his way through.
Picks up another 5 points.
Gets sent off by Stand Aside.
Stand Aside taking them all the way back.
And there's the 4 whistles for the end of the jam.
I believe that actually went the full 2 minutes. I don't think it was called off. The new score is Puget Sound Outcast 155, CT Death Quads 36. 2 minutes and 40 seconds left in the half. We got Dirty Frank jamming for the CT Death Quads and Rod jamming for the Puget Sound Outcasts. Empty penalty box. We got all 4 blockers for both teams. Ooh. Looks like a stop.
Hamilton almost becoming a horizontal position before he hit the ground.
Dirty Frank picks up the lead, jamming.
Connecticut with a much needed jam situation.
Rod going to the box for a punt track after being knocked to the outside.
Yep, he's off to the penalty box for that punt track.
Dirty Frank knocked inside, but he's made his way to the back of the pack, so he can go through it all over again. His teammates doing a good job of stopping the Puget Sound blockers from taking them back too far.
And Dirty Frank falls off the jam.
Picks up 2 points for that. Zach Sabbath is the Connecticut Death Quad jammer. He'll be starting a power jam situation up against 4 Puget Sound blockers, but he's got 4 of his own to help him out here.
Bowser, Dilly Dally, Corey Payne, Stand Aside, blocking for the Puget Sound. Circle Jerk, H.G. Wells, it happens on my man, B-Rad, blocking for Connecticut Death Quads.
Right now he's pushing against Stand Aside. Breaks out, picks up a lead jammer.
much needed power jam situation. Nice skating.
Picks up 5 more points, which will bring the total up to 43 for the death quads.
Corey Payne bridging the gap. Zach Sabbath muscles his way through. 5 more points on the board for the Connecticut Death Quads. Super Jerk with a hard hit, but wasn't able to send Byron off the track. Oh, nice apex jump by Zach Sabbath, and calls off the jam while lying on the track.
Picks up 2 points from that. However, but in that nice little fall, left a nice little streak of sweat.
And that is halftime. Score now 155 for the Outcast of Puget Sound and 48 for the Connecticut Death.
Zach Sabbath is going to be jamming for the CT Death Quads against Hollywood Hendrick. Empty penalty box. We got a full crew on the track right now.
And there's the first whistle of the second period. Hollywood Hendrick pops out, picks up lead jam for the Outcast. Welcome to Hollywood. What's your dream?
Zach Sabbath takes the fall but gets right back up. Fortunately, stuck behind a wall of blue. Hollywood Hendrick picks up 5 points.
Zach Sabbath being sent outside the track by Corey Payne of the Outcast. Hollywood Hendrick jumping through the pack so gracefully, putting another 5 more points on the board for the Outcast.
Zach Sabbath pushing his way through, getting knocked down and getting up and going again. Hollywood Hendrick picks up another 5 points though. Leading went through the outside that time.
Makes it look so easy.
Hollywood back through the pack again. Somebody lost a kneecap though. A knee-pad kneecap.
Yeah, we'll fix that after the jam. Nothing a little duct tape won't fix. And Hollywood Hendrick falls off the jam.
1 more point for, 2 more points for Hendrick, bringing the total score 175 Puget Sound Outcast, 50 CT Death Quads. We got 28 minutes and 20 seconds left in the game. Corporal Punishment's going to be jamming for Puget Sound, and Kenny Cloudfinger jamming for CT Death Quads.
There's the whistle. The jammers are off. Hard hit by Dirty Frank, sending Corporal Punishment to the inside of the track. And guess what? There he is. He picks up lead jam for the Connecticut Death Quads. It's Kenny Cloudkicker, number 26.
Corporal Punishment out of the pack.
Kenny Cloudkicker calls off the jam just as Corporal Punishment is making his way into the back.
Picks up 3 points, 2 points, bringing Connecticut Death Quad score up to 52. Puget Sound Outcast at 177.
A little less than 27 and a half minutes left on the clock.
You got Gordon S. Going up against Stand Aside on the jammer line. Empty penalty box still.
Gordon S is going to get a call. He's going to get a penalty box, and Stand Aside is going to skate and jam unopposed the next minute.
Stand Aside took a 5 points for Puget Sound. Packed at a standstill at about turn 2. Connecticut doing their best to slow down the jammer. Picks up 5 more points over Puget Sound. Another 5 points for Puget Sound. Calls off the jam. New score is 192 for the Puget Sound Outcast, 52 for the CT Death Quads. CT Death Quads jammer is still in the box, so Rod, the new Puget Sound jammer, will be jamming unopposed. Other than that, we have an empty penalty box. We got a full array of blockers on the track right now.
A little less than 26 minutes left on the clock for the second half. 192 for the Outcast, 52 for the Death Quads. Rod doing his best to stay upright and inbounds while navigating through this Connecticut Death Quad blockers and picks up the jam.
The pack is stalled at the pivot line right now, with Puget Sound hanging back, letting Rod just fight his way through the Connecticut blockers. Picks up another 5 points. Gordon S. out of the box and fighting with the Puget Sound blockers. He's got Quadzilla, Scott Slamilton, and Dilly Dally.
Rod puts another 5 points on the board. Hard hit by Pro Sirius, sending Rod to the ground, but he's back up in front of the blockers of Connecticut.
Bonus Jonas going to the box for a stop block against Gordon S. Rod picks up another 5 points, making his way through the pack. Does it one more time, picks up another 5 points.
Gordon S. at the back of the pack. Yeah, and that's the end of that.
That jam went for the full 2 minutes. A lot of hard work for these guys. New score is Puget Sound Outcast 217, Connecticut Death Quads 52. We got about 23 minutes, 20 seconds left in the jam. We have Pastor Muppets and Dilly Dally facing off the jam line. Bonus Jonas still in the box. So we have 3 Puget blockers.
Dilly Dally at the front of the pack. Nice jump and skating through and picks up the jam for the Outcast.
Pastor Muppets not far behind him. Makes his way out of the pack. Very fast moving pack today.
Dilly Dally receives a hard hit but stays on his feet. Makes his way through the pack. 4 points for the Outcast.
Master of Puppets not so lucky. Takes a hard hit, goes flying to the outside. Dilly Dally picks up another 5 points.
Hard hit from Hollywood Hendricks sends Pastor Muppets to the inside of the track. And they're backing him up.
Pack is stalled over by turn 3. Pretty much just fighting with each other, trying to get through. Dilly Dally takes a huge whip off of
Hollywood Hendricks.
Thank you.
Did you hear one?
Zach Savage in the box.
5 more points on the board for the Outcast as Dilly Dally gets to the back one more time.
H.G. Weldon in the box for a multiplayer, I think. Dilly Dally avoiding a hit. Picking up another 5 points. Master of Puppets into the outside, being sent all the way to the back of the pack. Dilly Dally taking a hit, but getting right back up. Calling off the jam after 5 3 more points for the Connecticut Death Quads, which means the new score is 246 Puget Sound, 55 Death Quads. We got 21 minutes left in the jam. Quadzilla is going to be jamming for the Puget Sound Outcast. I forget, it's Kenny Cloudkicker for Connecticut.
Both jammers in the mix of blockers right now. Hard hit from Dirty Frank, sending Quadzilla around. He gets up.
Takes a nice little tumble there.
Picks up the jam. Emerges from the back. Really serious, number 18. Off the belly block with a big smile on his face.
I believe he had a forearm. He was similar to his teammates.
Dirty Frank now joining in the penalty box. Referees seem to be sweeping the track of Death Quad blockers.
Picked up 4 points for Puget in that jam, so we're 250 Puget Sound, 55 Death Quad. We got about 20 minutes left in the jam, left in the bout. Pygmy is going to be jamming for Connecticut Death Quads.
Pygmy Fantastic and Hollywood Hendrick on the jam line. Dude is a giant Pygmy. He makes his way through the pack. He is doing a fine job muscling his way through the Outcast blockers and then gets hit out of bounds. Off the track. Makes his way back in the track line and stand aside.
Hollywood Hendrick picks up lead jammer.
Lead jam for the Outcast.
Got a very fast pack going right now. Hollywood Hendricks makes his way through it. Picks up 5 points. Pygmy Fantastic knocked to the outside, has to go all the way back again.
Stand aside, Corey Payne backing him up to the back of the pack. Another pass for Hollywood Hendrick, 5 more points on the board for the Puget Sound Outcast.
The pack is stalled on the pivot line right now. Hollywood Hendrick sneaks along the outside to pick up 5 more points.
Corey Payne makes an opening for him. Right on that outside line, doing a fine job.
Pygmy Fantastic is knocked to the inside.
Hollywood, you make it look so easy.
He looks pretty tired of making it look easy.
Back installed down here at this end of the track. Both teams got a wall of blockers up. Throw serious sending circle jerk off to hit Hollywood Hendrick.
Who's not?
And puts 5 more points on the board for the Outcast.
Hollywood Hendrick sneaks in the pack again. Picks up 5 more points just as the jam ends.
Hollywood Hendrick very happy with his performance.
Looks like we have a wait for the score update. So Puget Sound Outcast 280, CT Death Quad 55. We got 27 minutes 20 seconds left in the. Is that 27 or 17? 17 minutes and 15 seconds left in the bout.
Zach Sabbath on the jam line for Connecticut. Scott Slamilton for Puget Sound. Penalty boxes empty at the start of this jam. Hard hit to Scott Slamilton, sending him to the ground. Now Zach Sabbath on the ground. Back to the back.
Scott Slamilton makes his way out of the pack, picking up the jammer. Zach Sabbath still trying to make his way through. Puget Sound not making it easy for him. Blue 55, so Puget's corporal punishment will be going to the box for a forearm penalty. Zach Sabbath makes his way out of the pack.
Nice little spinning pirouette off a red lap for Scott Slamilton. Gets up to Zach Sabbath and calls off the jam.
Pro Serious kind of with corporal punishment.
16 minutes left on the clock. Score 284 for the Outcast, 55 for the Death Quads.
Stand aside to the pivot for the Puget Sound Outcasts. And Speed Dealers, their jammer. We've got H.G. Welch on the jam line for the CT Death Quads. 3 blockers each team on the track. H.G. Welch being pummeled by Dilly Dally.
Speed Dealer picks up the jam for the Outcasts. He's screaming around the track as the pack is stalled. Jonas at the back of the pack, holding back H.G. Welch single-handedly.
Speed Dealer made his way through the pack, picked up 5 points.
Corey Payne dishing out some pain of his own to H.G. Welch. Sends H.G. Welch into the back of the pack again.
Speed Dealer to the pack again, picking up 5 more points.
Speed Dealer making his way to the back, a little push from Corey Payne. 5 more points on the board for the Outcasts.
H.G. Welch being knocked out again by Dilly Dally, making his way to the back. Doing a little bit of knock to the inside. Taken back by corporal punishment. Goes back for the box. Another 5 points for Speed Dealer.
Dilly Dally is sending H.G. Welch to the inside of the track. Backing him up.
H.G. Welch stalled by the pivot line as Speed Dealer picks up another 5 points. Speed Dealer getting a little bit of hurt from the CT blockers in front of the pack. Jam ends, Puget Sound picking up 4 more points. Bringing your total up to 55 for the CT Death Quads, 313 for the Puget Sound Outcast. We have 13 minutes and 25 seconds left in the bout. Empty penalty box. We got Bonus Jonas jamming for the Puget Outcast, and the Kenny Cloudkicker jamming for the Connecticut Death Quads.
There's the whistle. The jammers are on.
Pastor Muppets knocked down as Bonus Jonas makes his way through the pack to pick up lead jammer status.
And the Bonus Jonas almost making it.
Bonus Jonas gets a low block.
He's going so fast he gets a stop. And he gets a low block and he's off to the penalty box.
He'll be joined by Scott Slamming, who just got a out of play penalty. Failure return.
Kenny Cloudkicker makes his way out of the pack, putting 4 points on the board for Connecticut.
Asking for some cheers for the crowd to help him through this hard battle.
It's a much needed situation. 4 more points on the board.
5 points on the board. Quadzilla's going to the box for a multiplayer box. That means the Puget Sound penalty box is full right now. 2 blockers are opposing.
Kenny Cloudkicker does a nice job of pushing right to the end of that engagement zone. And he had to let it go. 5 more points on the board for Connecticut. And we're going to do the same thing once over again. 5 more points on the board by Kenny Cloudkicker. And he calls off the jam.
Looks like Kenny Cloudkicker was going to get a penalty as a jammer, a legal procedure. He was not lead jammer, even though he successfully called off the jam. I believe what this means is that the Puget jammer will be released at the start of the game.
A little more than 11 minutes left in this half.
Score is now 313 for the Puget Sound Outcast, 75 for the CT Death Quads. Getting an official timeout.
And I guess they decided that the jam was called off.
By in a legal manner. So.
Got it. And Red is going to serve a penalty for calling off the jam.
Yes.
And that's Connecticut Death Quads. All right.
So Puget's jammer, Bonus Jonas, entered from the penalty box and picks up the lead jam very quickly. He is blazing along this track.
A little less than 11 minutes left in this bout. Pack's moving along rather quickly. Puget Sound skating down one blocker right now, and down the jammer, of course. Or correction, Connecticut's down the jammer. And Puget Sound's down the block. And Bonus Jonas makes another pass, picks up 5 points and calls off the game.
Connecticut's jammer is going to start in the box, which means we're going to start a power jam situation with Rod as our Puget Sound jammer. He's going to be helped by his 4 blockers, 4 punishment, Quadzilla, Rattleack, and 97, Biggie Smalls.
Biggie Talls.
It totally says Smalls on my roster.
My man Biggie. It does say Biggie Smalls on our roster. That's awesome. I love it.
Rod picks up the jammer.
Good jam. You got a wall of Connecticut blockers in the front of the pack. And Rod doing his best to muscle through it. He meets up with the circle jerk and
Kenny Cloudpicker was
right up there too. Oh yeah, H.G. Waltz up there.
Out of the box. He was knocked over on his back on the outside line. The Puget blockers again knocked to the outside, being sent back by corporal punishment.
Right round out to the penalty box for a track cut. And Connecticut's going to skate. Jammer unopposed, then circle jerk out to the penalty box. Circle jerk making a few nice trips to the penalty box. This time as opposed to last time. Kenny Cloudpicker.
Picking up 5 points.
Goes through the pack like doo through a goose.
Not so easy this time. He's got Quadzilla. Stopping him. Rattleack.
Making a recycling at the front of the pack. They're doing their best. Him and Biggie Talls.
Pick Happens being sent to the penalty box for a direction gameplay violation. Cloudpicker picks up 5 more points.
H.G. Wells, the only blocker left on the track for Connecticut.
Zach Savage sent to the box but waved away because it's full.
And we put that jam in bed. That's the end of that one.
3 points from that last pass. 4 points for Puget, 3 points for Connecticut. Our new score is going to be 3:27 for the Puget Sound Outcast, 88 for the CT Death Quad. We have 7 minutes, 20 seconds left in the bout.
Dirty Frank on the jam line for Connecticut.
We got 2 Connecticut blockers and 3 Puget blockers.
And there's the whistle. Dirty Frank is released. And he squeezes through. Stand aside. And Bowser picks up the jam for the Death Quads.
Dirty Frank picks up the jam. Dirty Frank goes to the box for a low block.
Spoke too soon. Circle jerks out to the penalty box once again.
For a track cut this time. We have a full Connecticut box. 1 blocker on the track right now. Ooh.
First serious blocker left on the track for the Duck Quads.
Just took a hard hit there.
Being joined by number 2 Hit Happens. They're there to greet right out at the back of the pack. Send him on off the track. Re-entering behind Hit Happens.
Ryrod makes his way through the pack, picks up another 5 points. Zach Sabbath makes his way out of the box and then back into the box for an illegal procedure. Illegal re-entry, what we're being told.
Real serious good, especially to keep Ryrod back. He's going to hit him before he gets out. He's now on the play. Ryrod's on his way. After 5 more points on the board for the Outcast.
Dirty Frank is back on the track. Somebody lost some equipment, but nothing necessary.
Ryrod at the back of the pack being greeted by Circle Jerk, and It Happens. And there's the end of that jam.
Looks like Puget Sound picked up 2 more points, while Connecticut Death Quads picked up 3 more.
A little less than 5 minutes left on the clock. 3:52 for the Outcast, 88 for the Death Quads. My man B-Rad on the jam line. Along with Corey Payne.
Puget is using their...
All right, the official review is over. Boy, that was quick.
Looks like you have...
That is Mr. Corey Payne who emerged as lead jammer from the Puget Sound Outcast.
Blasting his way around the track, taking a slight tumble, but not able to stop him. Knocked to the outside, though, by...
Pickney fantastic sends Corey Payne on the track. And he re-enters after backing up behind all the blockers. Corey Payne popping out of the back, putting 5 points on the board for the Outcast.
B-Rad, taken all the way from the back of the pack by Scott Slamilton.
Little scoop and juke like Corey Payne makes his way to the back, putting 5 more points on the board for Washington. Oh, my man B-Rad getting recycled by these blockers. Hard hits by Scott Slamilton. He's having to deal with Scott Slamilton, Quadzilla, and Speed Dealer.
Looks like Corey Payne is only going to get 4 points, though, from that last pass. He had no pass and penalty, one of the players. But this one, he gets the full 5 grand slam.
Fantastic. Gets back up and how about B-Rad make his way through the back. Soldier with a little help as well. But he's still met with a wall of blue blockers from Washington State at the front of that pack.
5 more points were awarded to Corey Atlas. The blue jammer is being called on a back block, so he will go to the box for that, which means we're in a power jam situation. Jam ends after 2 minutes. Looks like the score is now 385 for Puget Sound Outcast, 91 for the CT Death Quads.
2 minutes left on the clock until the end of this bout. Release from the jam line. He is off. Met by Vito Vidovici, Bonus Jonas, and Hollywood Hendrick at the front of that pack. What do we do?
He's going to be cut track penalty.
Picking up a track cut. Shaking his head in disbelief, and he is off to the penalty box.
He sits. Puget's jammer
Rose Sirius backs up a little bit to welcome Corey Payne to the track as he makes his way in from the penalty box. Corey Payne at his best footwork and some wreckage by some Connecticut blockers picks up the jam for the Puget Sound Outcast.
Someone's getting a back off penalty.
Dirty break off to the penalty box. And Corey Payne muscles his way through, picks up 5 more points for the Puget Sound Outcast.
The pack is stalled on turn 3 right now, just waiting for that jammer to come up. And he does come, and he goes to the pack, and he picks up 5 more points.
Kenny Clark with her back by Bonus Jonas and Plateau at the front of that pack.
Got a little jammer on jammer action.
Corey Payne calls on the jam after winning 5 more points on the road. Timeout by Come On Bitches Yell. Woo! That's Bitches Brews, not bitches in general. So, I didn't want anybody to be offended that I was yelling to all the women in the track.
It's an actual person.
Actual person, Bitches Brews, sitting up there with Will Jettison. Dilly Dally on the jam line with Circle Jerk.
Timeout is over. The jam will start shortly on the next whistle.
5 seconds on the clock now. And the jammers are released. Dilly Dally not taking any time to make his way up into the front of the pack. Scoots through, picks up the jam after finding a hole on that inside line. So now the Puget Sound Outcasts are in charge of the time clock. Oh, very easily finds a hole, steps across that inside line, putting 5 more points on the board, bringing them up to 400 now for the Puget Sound Outcast. Nice fancy footwork, stays on his feet, inbounds. Dilly Dally makes his way by.
Circle Jerk knocked out of bounds, brought to the back of the pack, trying to make his way forward in his initial path.
Puget Sound putting 5 more points on the board, bringing them up to 405. Radillac doing his best to keep Circle Jerk back, hits him to the inside of the track, and he re-enters.
Dilly Dally played a little bit of limbo there earlier, leaning back to avoid a hit.
5 more points on the board for Washington.
Circle Jerk knocked the back of the pack again.
Direction of gameplay block for Bigby, fantastic.
For 2 minutes.
Dilly Dally emerges one more time from the pack. 5 more points for the Outcast. Zach Sabat, Dirty Frank. Last line of defense for the Connecticut.
Connecticut's jammers going to the box for a cut track.
And Dilly Dally not wasting any time. Putting 4 more points on the board. And ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of that bout.
The unofficial final is 424 for the Puget Sound Outcast, 91